In the preceding movie, we examined how this character has a bone structure, and we have configured it using the animation type in the Object Inspector to give it a humanoid setting. This will allow us to interpret the model and to tell Unity that this model is a character mesh. So what we're going to do next is we're going to be having a look at what's called the avatar, and the avatar is a special Unity structure. It creates a mapping between how the bones influence the vertices in the mesh. It is a skinning kind of structure. It will allow us to map a single set of bones onto a character. Now it just so happens that this character that we've imported here comes with all the bones and the skinning information built in. But there might be times when you want to reuse the skeleton for this character on a different character, and avatars can help you do that. That process of reusing an old skeleton on a different and new character is called retargeting. But right now let's just take a look at the avatar for this particular mesh. We can do that by clicking on the Configure button here in the Object Inspector. So I'm going to click on the Configure button, and this straight away displays the avatar definition editor, which is part of the Mechanim animation system. So right now you can see we've got this, if I zoom in here, we've got this character mesh in the viewport. And straight away you can see highlighted in green are the bones for this character. And right now on this side you can see we've got this character definition here, we've got an image of the character, and it's all highlighted in green, which means that Unity has gone ahead through our bone structure in the hierarchy panel and successfully picked out all the relevant bones and mapped them onto this structure here. If I scroll down you can see that we've got the different bones of the body. For the body here we've got the hips, the spine, the chest. Again we've got particular bones for the shoulder, the upper arm, the lower arm, and all of these correspond to particular objects that we can see here in the hierarchy panel. So for example, for the upper arm here, for the left arm, Unity has set this bone here, has found this bone in the hierarchy, and you can see here in the viewport that it is indeed the upper part of the left arm. So Unity has been really smart. It's managed to detect all of the bones in this structure and map them onto the right places here in the editor. In fact, I can use the transformation tools here in the editor to start to rotate the bone. You'll notice I'm getting these red error messages, character is not in T-pose, but that's absolutely fine for now. We're just testing this. Again, I can rotate this bone, and notice that the arm here is deforming properly for this bone. So again, I can move the arm forward. I could rotate the head a little bit, and notice that the deformations now are working really quite nicely. So I can select this one, bend the character forward, and by animating and adjusting these bones, I'm starting to pose this character here. So again, if you're not happy with this arrangement, if you're getting these red error messages, you can easily enforce the T-pose by coming down here and choosing Pose and Enforce T-pose, and that resets the character here. But again, things are not quite set back to as they should be, but that's not a real problem either, because I can choose Revert, and again it reverts the character back to their default settings. So you never really need to worry about creating an irreversible deformation here. So we have all of these bones set up in the hierarchy panel, and they've been mapped to the appropriate place. Sometimes parts of this model here might appear in red when Unity can't detect which bone should go there. But you can easily fix that. You can just drag and drop the right bone that you need, drag and drop it into any one of these bone slots to create the mapping for yourself if you need to. But we've been really lucky here, or well, not lucky, Unity's been really smart. It's managed to work out all the necessary bones, and this character is mapped nicely, automatically for us. And it's pretty good at detecting most character meshes, so you shouldn't need to worry too much about the bone mapping here. This is looking pretty good. So I'm happy with how this is for the moment. Next we're going to be switching over to this second tab here, which is the second part of the avatar definition, which considers the muscles.